Hello, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, the Dreadnought Improvement Project, version 1.3.4. So we're going to do a little custom battle today, 1890s. This is the enemy fleet, the British Royal Navy. And with this new feature, we can have, like here, 3 different classes of battleship. So they got 3 Revenge class, 1 Vanguard, that's the ship of the line, and 1 Pronto, and 8 Edgar class heavy cruisers and light cruisers and torpedo boats. If we go back to my own fleet, let's see. I want to see if the torpedo boats have broken again. No. Okay, so they stay saved. Because what happened when I loaded into the custom battle thing, this torpedo boat here, 275 tons, it has a lengthened hull. Like it has extra hull sections in it. But the max displacement for 1890 is 275 tons, which is actually a shorter hull. But this is possible because I've minimized the beam and draft, and then bumped this back up to 275. Which is then lengthened, but the game kind of doesn't really remember that, so it was all like scrunched together and things didn't fit when I loaded into the pre-battle designer, so I just had to fix that. But I've seen that happen in the campaign before with shared design ships I've made with the same, I guess you could call it kind of an exploit, make the hull longer than you would otherwise be able to. And they did load into battle fine. It's just in the shipyard viewer, they look weird. So let's launch and see how this goes. It's gonna be, I said little battle, but it's gonna be quite big, really. And it's setting up all the ships. It's not designing anything new, so that's good. That means things are probably working as intended. So the loading time shouldn't be too bad. I'm just keeping an eye on things. I gave the enemy a lot of torpedo boats. So I've designed torpedo boats for almost all the nations now. 1890. They're basically all kind of the same design, with some minor variation, like the American version of that torpedo boat I made, which is this, is slightly slower but has more operational range because, you know, they got the Pacific Ocean on one side and the Atlantic on another side, so enemy is to the north. So they're behind me. Okay. Yeah, I figured they needed the range, and like opposite, the Austrians have also that same torpedo boat design, but with less range and more bulkheads, it's called. That's the word I was looking for. So for 1890s, this is not a bad torpedo boat design. I just want to brag a little of what I came up with. 25 knots. That's the max optimal speed for the hull. And 5 single torpedo tubes. Where's my light cruisers? Here they are. We got 2 different classes, I think. We got Augsburg. We got these 2 of a different type. They're the ones with more torpedoes, I think. Yeah, here we go. And these have 7-inch guns. Right. I don't think I really need to turn off the torpedoes. They're so short range that if the enemy gets close enough for the torpedoes to launch, it's probably time to launch. But it's a nice habit to have if you don't want your destroyers nuking your own battleships. These can just stay here and do circles for now. Fuel 78%. And do circles for now, I said. There we go. So I don't lose them. Here are my battleships. 11-inch guns, but 6 of them and 3 double turrets. They're not the biggest guns for a like a pre-Dreadnought battleship, but again, 6 of them on a pre-Dreadnought. That's not something everyone has the luxury of getting. But maybe the British have a battleship like that too. Let's see if we can reduce speed here without the formations getting too wonky. That seems to be more of a late game problem. So they were to the north, right? That's what the game tells me. Obviously, I have no radar or RDF in 1890. There we go. Enemy has been spotted. They were to the north. So what is the first British battleship spotted? Royal Sovereign. 12-inch guns. That's a lot of punch. I mean, for me, it's not that interesting to see the stats because I know what it is. Because I designed it. But I know they got more battleships. They have quite a few more battleships. Here's one more. Zephyrin. Same class. It's gonna be interesting to see how the AI handles a like larger battle like this. If they're all like bunched together, or if they try anything more. They're Revenge ST. They're the same squadron. If they try something more creative. It does kind of seem like it because we got the light cruisers and probably the torpedo boats in this smoke screen here. And there we go, torpedo boats. They're not tethered to the battleship, it seems. So here we go. Here are the other battleships. The Pronto. It's another weird hull that the British had access to, and yes, It does have 3 double turrets of 11-inch guns. You could fit a 4th one here, but in 1890 you're not allowed to have 4 centerline turrets. And of course the Vanguard, the ship of the line. Which will be a lot of fun to see this thing let rip with that broadside. Light cruisers are skirmishing already. Let's have those torpedoes on, just in case the enemy gets close. Three-inch main belt. What do I have? Probably not better. 3.5. 3. Scoring some floating hits on those torpedo boats. Not bad. Let's go 10 knots, both of these lines. Gunnery isn't doing too much yet. We're scoring some hits, though, on some of those torpedo boats, which are bearing down on me. Let's have them select some different targets so they're all not firing at the same ships. Decoy. That's a clever name. Trying to trick me not to shoot at it. So some of these 11-inch guns aren't even in range yet. Gosh darn it. I have to pause to aim at these tiny boats. I don't accidentally issue move orders just into the middle of the fleet. That would be disastrous. Now it's time for the torpedo boats to get in back here and nuke some of these battleships and armored cruisers, if possible. Light cruisers seem to be drawing these torpedo boats away, which is probably the best thing they could be doing right now. So far my light cruisers are really doing a good job drawing all these torpedo boats away. Because with the accuracy that I have now, or lack thereof, I don't think if they all ran right at my battleships, I don't think I'd be able to stop them. Maybe some of them, but not all. We're scoring good hits on Bedford. My fleet is thus far unharmed. Completely. We've taken some hits, but no damage. Yeah, this is the new, instead of surrendering, it's at scuttling charges. Just to make it more clear that you don't actually get the ships that surrender. Yeah, nice. So you get one text that they're starting to set off the scuttling charges because of crew loss, and then one more when they've actually done it. That's cool. Right. Let's set my torpedo boats to work. Because they got more battleships than me. And some of those battleships have big 12-inch guns. What kind of armor do I have? 12 at most. They can go through that. Let's just turn off my tiny guns. Because they're not going to do anything anyway. Other than getting me spotted through the smoke. These are like all milling about, but at least they're not just milling about around the battleships. So there's an improvement there, if not huge. You're gonna launch as soon as you're able. If you live that long, which is questionable. You went down. Smoke ran out. Early game smoke screens don't last that long. I think Minotaur is your best bet if you want to launch S2. Carnarvon. It's coming in closer. And the enemy torpedo boats are screening my torpedo boats. I just have to make the best of it here. Like a mutual torpedo kill there. Did not hit the Nelson. Maybe these will get them. They're in a turn. So far torpedo boats haven't done anything, really. S3 did launch and get out. We're gonna take those torpedoes from the enemy. But S7 might get Vanguard. Torps away. If we can strike Vanguard, this might have been worth it. But no, they ran out of steam. Just meters away from hitting the ship of the line. That was my torpedo boats. That did not go as well as I hoped. At least S3 will have its torpedoes back soon. Deutschland, you're kinda badly damaged here. How about my battleships? Are you fine? You are fine. Set my own secondaries to target the enemy torpedo boats, which are still around, although they've also taken some losses. I think Deutschland is gonna go down. I can't really get her back behind the battleship line, which is just sitting there taking all the fire. We are scoring hits though on the enemy battleships. Come on, S3. Can you take Lancaster? Let me get these torpedo cruisers back here. They can go in against the battleships, maybe. Deutschland is still hanging in there. Still firing back. Deutschland returns fire. There. We get some armored cruisers here with these lights. And we got torpedo launch. Dud. Elving has a torpedo launched too. Just SX. What have you, there you go, you took a torpedo. And you're probably gonna sink from that. We get the butt torpedo away too. Essex goes down. Big Willie has taken some hits. Suffering engine damage. These light cruisers here are more torpedo focused. They got more torpedo tubes per side than Augsburg and Elbing. Deutschland is proving quite survivable. Let's see, Scharnhorst. I can take care of some of these light cruisers here. We are scoring decent hits. Severin is taking some very serious hits. But so did Wilhelm. Just now. How you detach from that squadron. Probably be more effective if you were firing AP shells. And Poison just took a bunch of torpedoes from TB-90. Two of those were duds though, but one was live. S3 has fixed her engines? Oh, well, temporarily. But can we get Lancaster? Torps away. And scuttling charges will soon be set. There we go. 3 torpedoes hit. Victorious is... yeah, that's one of the ones with all the turrets. Really punishing Poison here. Zephyrin is gonna go down. We don't need torpedoes on her. Zephyrin goes down. You're gonna go hunt Royal Sovereign. Yes. We're gonna take torpedoes from Stag. And I wasted my own torpedoes against Stag. But didn't turn them off. But Poison is about to sink, sadly. Poison goes down. Which side did you launch from? Hard to see. They're so skinny. Okay. You don't have ready torpedoes against Carnarvon. But there we go, 3 torps on Pronto. That's 1 battleship down. Come on, Lübeck. Don't really turn that well. Had just the angle, but the turning was too bad. That sucks. Oh. Would have been the perfect angle if you just turned a little bit faster, getting around like on this side. And go again. Wilhelm still has effective main guns, and here comes Minotaur. You get a taste of 11-inch fire. Now I got torps on both sides, so we can get both Royal Sovereign and then also Victorious. Things worked out for the best. What's the bow torpedo, actually? That might be all that Royal Sovereign needed. Yeah. But we get torpedoes in return from Victorious. And we are not launching our own. Oh, there they go. It's a widespread. It's not going to be too good. It was okay. And here we got a cruiser brawl. Scharnhorst and Koenig are in good shape, firing at Victorious. Which did actually take 2 torpedoes from that light cruiser. One was a dud though. These two are now far away. I kind of forgot about them. I can bring them back. I think I built some decent ships for both the British and the Germans here. Just a shame that torpedo boat assault I didn't really work out. But as soon as they approached almost torpedo launch range, which in 1890 is only 900 meters, by the way, the very, very short range torpedoes, they just got slapped with everything they had. So I've lost one battleship. I've got one more that is quite heavily damaged. Although in the campaign, 71% structure wouldn't be too bad. It would, if it survived, it wouldn't need that much repair. But right now, it's not really that combat capable. The bridge is out, engines are out. It's firing, but really struggling to turn around and get all those guns to bear. Let's pick a target that is actually in the firing arc of all guns. Or maybe not. Maybe it's healed over too much. No, it can fire. Good. It's not hitting much though. My cruisers can't really do anything about that battleship armor. because they don't have torps. That's something they maybe should have had, but... At least we're gunning down Victorious at close range. Scharnhorst, I want you switching to Vanguard. A ship on the line. Formations seem to be mostly good though. But again, that could be because it's the 1890s and that problem doesn't really manifest itself until you get later on in the game. I think it's due to ships not bleeding enough speed. So they have difficulty slowing down. Can my 11-inch guns pen? 13.2 at this range. Actually more like 14, because we're only at 1,000. There we go, scoring some good hits on Vanguard. Yeah, Vanguard doesn't have that much armor. It was kind of intended to be like an older ship. No, Victorious is down. I was hoping to see Vanguard firing away with a lot more guns than this. Could be on the thumbnail though, just because it's a cool looking ship. There we go. Didn't want the red outline there. Is Pronto still half afloat somewhere? Because that was a cool one too. I think it's gone down. Really turning much. Big Willy. With the Citadel, it's holding it afloat. Well, Citadel, it doesn't really have a Citadel layer, it's just the inner deck. But the main portion, the main belt. But we're punching through it. Koenig, you can switch to Revenge. I do think I like the AI much better now. But we need to do a more modern battle to see how it fares then. These light cruisers back in the fight. It's on me though for just forgetting them and letting them sail away into the sunset. There we go, some flash fires. Haven't had too many of them. Despite every ship having like awful flash fire chance. There it goes, flash fire times 2. 3. 4. All the guns are popping off. The town is gonna go down. Koenig and Scharnhorst being absolute units here. So I made some good ships for the Germans, which could be an issue further on, because my campaign will not be playing as the Germans. They might be among my first enemies. So we're just gonna have to build something better. Decoy is still around. Still has a bunch of torpedoes aboard. The Vanguard has set sail for Wilhelm, which is also heavily damaged. Secondaries on Bittern. Do I have 2 Scharnhorstes? Yeah, but that Scharnhorst SD, that's the lead ship of the class. And there goes Bittern. Secondary fire, just shoot it up, which is what you would expect to see. Having 2 intact battleships, I think they should be able to take on these cruisers, no problem. Once they're done with Vanguard. Kaiser Wilhelm has done quite a bit for being so damaged. All those shots missed. We're gonna get some torps off now. Against a British battleship. Maybe not. Because it just went down on its own. Well, not on its own, it needed some 11-inch convincing. That's for sure. Already targeting these 2 armored cruisers. think these are the last ships the Brits have left. We certainly took a beating to the torpedo boat force, and we lost a battleship, but overall, don't think this was a bad battle. You can head here and finish off Minotaur. Lancaster just went down. Main gun hits from the battleships. Might get some torpedoes on Edgar if the battleships don't get her first. How are you on fuel? 72%, not bad. I think you'd be better off firing AP. So you got 7-inch main belt. We can go through that with those 9-inch guns. And there goes Minotaur. Right. 12 ships lost, 8 of which were the torpedo boats, no survivors. 2 light cruisers, 1 armored cruiser and a battleship. That's not too bad, considering all we sank. Nice. And let's see, does the game crash? I think it did. It did, but it didn't. It's now back in the menu. So this is what the custom battle menu looks like now, by the way. You pick how many battleship classes you want, and then how many of each class, and then in the design ship tab, you can pick which is which design. Leave them AI designs, or use your share designs, or design something specifically for the battle. So let's see if that problem has reappeared here now with the torpedo boats and some of the light cruisers as well. Yeah, see, there we go. It's all like shrunk together. But it worked fine in battle, so I wouldn't worry too much about it if your ships end up looking weird after you've done the minimize beam and draft and then re-maximize displacement to get yourself a longer hull than you would otherwise get. It does work in game, it's just in the design viewer it looks weird. So that was it for this one. Hopefully they'll fix some of the campaign crashes soon. I think I saw Duke had worked out something, but it was causing some different issues. But yeah, I want to test a more modern battle now, also. That might be next time, or something else might be next time. Goodbye, and take care.